Great morning, great morning, great morning, and happy Monday. This is Kristen Young, the marriage enthusiast, with your Monday morning marriage-minded message. So today we are gearing this one towards the men. I was speaking with a couple recently, and of course, the infamous challenge within marriage. The husband was very frustrated with not getting enough sex within the marriage. And as we continued to have the conversation, it was pretty clear that the love languages was an issue within the marriage. For those of you who are not familiar, there's a book called The 5 Love Languages by Dr. Gary Chapman, which is absolutely fabulous. And it tells us that there are 5 primary different ways that we give and receive love. The challenge is that more often than not, our natural reaction is to give love the way we like to receive love. But more often than not, the way we like to receive love is not the way our spouses like to receive love. So it's important for us to stay in tune with how our spouses receive love in order to be able to offer that love in the way they understand it and speak their language, and have that reciprocated so that they're giving us that same level of love in our own language. So as we were having this discussion, this was pretty much the challenge within this particular marriage. So what I always encourage, especially for the men, you have to understand, you have to pay for sex. You are required to pay for sex. That's how this whole relationship works. You have to be able to give freely to your spouse on a consistent basis. Women are a lot more emotional. We are a lot more in our heads. It takes us a lot more to get excited and to make that transition into the area of that intimacy that men can easily go to, whether you just had a difficult fight, whether you've been separated for a long period of time, whether you've been together all day. Men can easily transition into that sexual place. Women, we transition a lot slower, and it takes a lot more. And if there's any type of or any level of distraction going on, that can easily keep us from heading into that place. But one of the biggest challenges is when we feel like we're not being loved, because oftentimes we understand that that sex is very important within a marriage, and that's very true. It's important for us to have that level of intimacy and connection with our spouses, if not on a daily basis. I know a lot of people get all up in arms on a daily basis. Yes, it's very realistic to have sex on a daily basis. But even if that's not your situation, if you're still shooting for that 3 days a week or what have you, whatever you and your spouse agree on, you have to continue to fill that love tank. You have to continue to pour out regardless of whether or not you're about to have sex. See, a lot of times we fall into the trap of, oh, let me do something for her real quick because I know I want to get some. But no, that has to be an ongoing commitment, an ongoing language, an ongoing habit within your marriage. So regardless of whether you schedule sex or whether you're spontaneous sex, you have to constantly be in that place where you're paying for what you want. So you have to constantly be able to say, if her love language is receiving gifts, make sure you're giving those flowers for her. Make sure you're taking care of things around the house for her, or getting that little thing that that she was paying attention to the last time you were out shopping, or you saw her hold on to it online and she keeps looking back at it. But whatever if it's acts of service, making sure you help out around the house and show her that this is a team effort. You're not just putting all the housework on her because she's the wife, or spending quality time, whatever the case may be. Make sure you're continuing to do that, not just when you want something, but because you love her, because you love him. It can go both ways. It must go both ways. So we constantly pouring out. And you'll find that the more you make it a habit to continue to pour out in your spouse's love language, the more they'll continue to pour out to you, the more they'll be more open and more free to give you what you desire when they feel like they're consistently being loved without feeling like it's only because you want something in return. So let go of that tit for tat. Let's let go of, oh, I've done all these things. I've done these 5 different things for her this week, and we only had sex once. Doesn't work that way. Get all of those numbers out of your head. It's all about the teamwork. It's all about continuously looking at how can I serve my spouse, regardless of how well I feel I was served. how can I continue to serve my spouse? Because we're going to have off weeks, we're going to have down times, we're going to have times when you're sick or you're emotional or you're having challenges in other areas. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not a tit for tat. It's not a 50-50. Marriage is never 50-50. So I want you to continue to focus on how can I pay my spouse and out of appreciation and show that love. How can I continue to show up and give my spouse exactly what he or she is looking for, and then know that you're going to get that love in return, and it's expected, and that's okay. Just knowing that you're going to continue to serve your spouse and your spouse will continue to serve you. And it's amazing when you can see that you let go of that old mentality and take on that new service mentality and truly find a deeper level of love and commitment, and you honestly just might find that you have more intimacy, more sex, and more quality time together. So I encourage you all to do that check within your marriage, see where you are, make sure the tit for tat is gone, make sure you're filling each other's love tanks, pay for what you want, and let us know how it's working for you. Let us know how these videos are supporting you. You can always reach out to us. Our email is yes@livingthevows.com. The website, of course, is www.livingthevows.com. Social media, we're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, Living the Vows. So just look us up. Please like us on Facebook. And if this is encouraging to you, please share the video. Please let us know that it's encouraging you. And if we can support you in any way, know that we offer marriage coaching. We offer marriage workshops. We can come to you. You can come to us. We are here to support you because we are all about bringing joy to marriages. So happy Monday. Make it intentional. And I will see you next week.